One of my subscribers asked me, can you recommend 15 fragrances for life? And that got me really intrigued. 15 fragrances out of all the collections that I have over here. It will be difficult, but let's try. So with that idea in mind, I basically created a list of perfumes, like 15 fragrances. If in case I'm never buying perfumes, these 15s will be the one that will keep me happy through and through. I know there are many that I will be missing out on, but I feel that out of that entire perfume collection that I have, these 15 will keep me happy no matter what. Also, I initially wanted to, make the 15 perfume list as expensive as possible because, I'm never gonna buy perfumes again. But then I realized, I'm making this video with the Indian middle class mindset in mind. Right? So I cannot go ahead and create a list of perfumes which are very, very expensive, and it doesn't make sense. Even I am not able to afford a lot of perfumes that I'm buying decants and testers, right? And I made the channel because I wanted to find better alternatives to these expensive perfumes. So in this video, I have tried to ensure that all the perfumes that I will be highlighting are not more than 3,000 rupees. Only one perfume is over there which is a bit more expensive, but then again there is an alternative that you can purchase, and all the perfumes are in the mid-tier budget, from inexpensive till mid-tier. Okay, and one more disclaimer, all the perfumes that I'm mentioning over here are as on November 2025. In future, the list might change. I might have some different preferences, and who knows what happens in the future, right? But as of now, November 2025, these are the perfumes, the 15 perfumes for life. If in case I'm never buying perfumes again and I have to throw away all the other perfumes that I have in my collection. Okay, so the first perfume that I'm going to recommend is this one. This is Old Saloon, coming from the house of Fusion by Rizwan. And why do I recommend this perfume, or why is it going to be in my list for the 15 fragrances for life? Reason: this is a very inoffensive barbershop fragrance which combines two of my favorite perfumes into one DNA. One is Creed Viking, another one is Brute. And this kind of has the fusion, as the name suggests, Fusion by Rizwan, right? These are fusion perfumes, and also this perfume is very, very, very inexpensive. If I can only have 15 fragrances for life and I can only buy these 15 fragrances only, this is a pretty inexpensive option, and the perfume performs decently, and it has got good amount of longevity, around 1 hour of decent projection and around 7 hours of longevity when applied on the clothes. This is a mixture of lavender, spices, a bit of creamy vanilla at the base, and it's a typical barbershop fragrance. But then again, because of the amalgamation of two popular DNA, there is a twist in it which I absolutely loved. This is Old Saloon from the house of Fusion by Rizwan. Now, the next perfume, the perfume number 2 that I want to recommend is this one. This is Rare Reef, coming from the house of Afnan, and I got this perfume from Elix Bloom. This is a really, really, really good take. I mean, this is a twist on the DNA of Pacific Chill, and the kind of notes that I don't like in this particular perfume, the Pacific Chill DNA, which is dates, figs, they are kind of very minimal over here, almost negligible. This has got a bit of orange and a bit of grapefruit at the top, which I really, really love. It smells like a Minute Maid pulpy orange at the beginning, which I absolutely adore. And this perfume projects around 1 to 1.5 hour of decent projection and around 7 to 8 hours of longevity when applied on the clothes. From a freshy perfumes perspective, this is not usually expected, but somehow this does the job. And super versatile scent profile. You can rock it in the office, you can rock it in the gym, there will be no problem whatsoever. And Rare Reef, coming from the house of Afnan, my second choice. The third perfume in the collection of fragrances for life is going to be this one. This is Rasasi Fatan, a very good take and a twist on the popular Terre d'Hermès. And this is the first ever bottle that I bought from Uvora.com, and I've tried and I have kept it, I have protected it, and I have used it sparingly because I have heard that the recent batches have got some diluted perfumes or some issue with the performance. My batch performs crazy. 7 to 8 hours of longevity when applied on the clothes and around 1 to 1.5 hour of projection. So it's a monster for me, and I don't know what is the case with the new batches of Fatan. You let me know if in case you have used this. This is vetiver, this is herbal, this is green, and if in case you love vetiver, you'll love this perfume, and perfectly awesome for the hot summer day. And I usually wear this in the office during the the summer season, although again I use it sparingly. I use some other perfumes as well to keep it rotating and to keep the bottle without emptying. The next perfume that I want to talk about is this is Jean Law Immortal from the house of Maison Alhambra, and I got this from Alex Bloom. And this is a very good take on Louis Vuitton's L'Immensité. This is grapefruit, this is ginger, this is rosemary, this is sage, and some spices, ambroxan. I mean, this is a very refreshing and a sparkling perfume. And the best part about this is the DNA. This is so versatile. I can wear it during the summers because it keeps me uplifted. And at the same time, during the winters, there's a warm, comforting nature to this DNA, due to which I can wear this during the winters as well. And that is the reason Jean Lo Immortal is one of my most favorite versatile perfumes that I have in my collection. And every single time I run out of this, I will buy another bottle. The next perfume that I want to talk about is one of my favorite, and that's Shiro, Ajmal Shiro. This is kind of a take on or twist on Acqua di Gio, and this is one of those particular fragrances that got me into the fragrance game, and I fell in love with it. This has got the oceanic notes, this has got some floral notes, this has got some spices, and overall this again a very highly versatile perfume that I have in my collection. Every single time during the hot summery day when I want to wear something that keeps me uplifted and fresh, this is that other DNA that I can rock any given point in time. During the winters, this can work too, but I will still prefer it during the summers, spring, autumn, anything apart from very cold season, okay? The performance on this one is top notch as well. 6 to 7 hours of longevity when applied on the clothes, 1 to 1.5 hours of decent projection, and a very good DNA. One of my favorite, Ajmal Shiro. The only complaint is the bottle. This, I mean, the base is so thin, it kind of wobbles if not kept properly. That is the only, downside to this particular perfume. Now, these are my fresh daily drivers that I would want to keep in my collection. Now, moving on to another DNA, which is super versatile and can be worn during the summers, the winters, any given point, like 12 months, you can wear this DNA, which is going to be this one. Club de Nuit, which is Pseudonym Pure Parfum, which is Club de Nuit Intense Man Pure Parfum. And this is a clone of Creed Aventus, the ever popular Creed Aventus. And I got this perfume from Z Aromas, okay? I'm mentioning these websites so that you know where I bought them from, and if in case you're trying to search the next perfume online, you can check any of these websites out, okay? And Pseudonym Pure Parfum is selling for around 3,500 for 150 ml, and that's a price for which this is super highly value for money. And the only caveat to this is the opening, which might feel like rotten citruses, and there is a screechy alcoholic blast at the top, but then as the perfume dries down, it becomes so good. I cannot even explain. It has got that birch tar, the smoky note, as well as it has got that oak moss that Aventus is known for, and it's really good. The only caveat to this is the opening and some amount of alcoholic blast that you're going to receive, and there are some sharp and rough edges that you get with this perfume. However, if you can spend more, the expensive perfume that I was talking about, that's this one. If I can keep one Creed Aventus clone in my collection, this will be the only one that I would want to keep. This is Pseudonym, but it's not Pure Parfum, it's limited edition. And this is a perfume that I bought from Whiff Culture, another website that you can check out. And oh my god, what a perfume. This is as close as you can get to the Creed Aventus DNA, and all those rough edges, that harshness that you get with the Pure Parfum edition, these are all resolved in this particular perfume. And the projection on these two, both of them are really good. Around 7 to 8 hours, they will linger onto your clothes. Projection is very good for the first 1 to 1.5 hours. And if I can only buy one, I would have went for the Pseudonym limited edition. But if budget is a crunch, then Club de Nuit Intense Man Pure Parfum is also a very good option. Now, another perfume which is super versatile and which can be worn every single month of the year is this one. This is Ajmal's Kuro. This is that particular DNA. Again, I bought this along with Shiro. So Kuro and Shiro were two of the perfumes that I bought initially, and I fell in love with them. And to this date, this is one of those perfumes that actually I would want to wear no matter what. And every time I see this perfume, I have a nostalgia attached to this, and the perfume is very office safe and very well blended. Works really well across multiple situations. Only during weddings or date nights or something like that, I would say that you can use something else, but this is a really good perfume all by itself. And the projection is around 1 to 1.5 hours when applied on the clothes. The entire longevity is again around 6 to 7 hours when applied on the clothes. A very good choice, Ajmal Kuro. Now the next perfume perfume. Now we are going into the territory where we are going to talk about some winter-based fragrances or fragrances that works well during the colder months. And I'm going to start off with the list with my personal favorite. Like any list that I make in the future or I'm making as of now, this perfume will be there for sure, which is Rifakat from the house of Paris Corner. This is one of my favorite perfumes. No matter any price list, no matter any clone, no matter anything, this perfume is going to be in that list. And I got this perfume from Sentira. So if in case you're looking out for websites for perfumes, you can check that website out as well. And this is a clone of YSL Baby Cat. And at a price tag of less than 2000 rupees, around 1700, 1600, you're gonna get this perfume. 85 ml of very high quality juice that smells very identical to the YSL Baby Cat, which is around 26 to 28,000 rupees, I believe, as of now. It could be a bit more as well. I forgot the pricing of that particular perfume because after I bought this, there is no way in hell I will go ahead and buy a YSL Baby Cat, that's for sure. It has got pepper, it has got vanilla, it has got some other spices, and the entire thing is gourmandish but not superly sweet or superly cloying. It has got the right balance of spices and sweetness and vanilla all mixed in together. A very, very, very good date night fragrance and something that you can wear at a casual gathering as well. Very inoffensive, will not choke anybody out or will not disturb anybody, but at the same time will project in such a way and create a sillage in such a way that it will mark its presence. Okay, people will be able to notice you. So that's Rifakat from the house of Paris Corner. The second perfume in this particular list, which feels very highly sophisticated and high class, is going to be Al Wataniya's Cayenne Classic. I got this from Alex Bloom as well, and for the pricing of around 2000 rupees, this is as close as you can get to Dior Homme Intense, and sexy Irish and a bit of chocolatey edge at the dry down. This is a very gentlemanly perfume and something that I would like to wear if I'm wearing if I'm wearing a suit or I'm going to some evening meeting for the office, some corporate stuff. This works really well. And even if for an intimate situation, like you're going on a date, you're in a cozy situation with your partner maybe, this is that one particular fragrance that you can rock which will get you compliments without choking anybody out or disturbing anybody out. So that's Al Wataniya Cayenne Classic, which will always be in my list. The next perfume, which is going to be there for sure, is Liquid Brune. When I want to smell good, gourmandish, something that people can eat kind of a feeling, and I want it to project like anything, crazy projection and crazy longevity, I will go for Liquid Brune from the house of French Avenue. This is a clone of Perfumes de Marly Alter. A very expensive perfume, but this is only selling at 2700 for 100 ml. And my god, what a juice, what a juice. I think it's a 90 ml, not a 100 ml, I forgot. I think 90 ml. I'll have to check. But the perfume is spicy, the perfume is sweet. It's like a cinnamon bread roll and very sexy, to be honest. And it has got a heavy dose of ambroxan in it as well, due to which it kind of projects really well. And at the same time, the vanilla, the citruses, there is some orange blossom over here. It's not citruses, there is orange blossom at the top, very similar to Perfumes de Marly Alter. And this is by far the closest. If you have seen our clone war, where we talked about the clones of Perfumes de Marly Alter, this was the winner, and for a reason. This is really good for the value that it offers, for the pricing that it charges. The last perfume in this particular theme, which is the date nights and evenings and cozy gatherings, is going to be this one. This is Dusk Till Dawn, coming from the house of Ababel, and this is again one of those perfumes which I think will be there in the list in the future as well. Because this is so versatile when it comes to the DNA, because this is stronger with you intensely, around 70%, mixed with 30% of Azzaro Most Wanted EDP Intense. And the perfume has got cardamom, cinnamon, toffee-like or caramelized note. There is some other nuances here and there. What a perfume. What a perfume, to be honest. Very, very, very good. Safe for the date nights, I would say. High blend quality, almost minimal alcoholic blast, projects for around 1 hour to 1.5 hours, stays around 6 to 7 hours easily when applied on the clothes. What else can I ask for 999 for a 50 ml? Very inoffensive, magnetic cap, very decent projection as well, very good atomizer. Can't expect much at this particular price, but this will always be in my list. Hoping, because as of now it's there and I don't see any other perfume coming and beating this DNA in this particular price point, in this particular blend. I'm hoping. If it does, I'll keep you updated. Now, There are perfumes which I want to wear to smell different, not always, but there are times when I don't want to smell generic. I want to feel a bit different and also they need to project loud, they need to make their presence felt, and most of these perfumes are winter based, I would say, but there are two which I think are super versatile and can be worn most of the times, but not a very hot summery day, that's for sure. The perfumes that I'm going to talk about, number one is going to be Muhammad Al Qamar's Gilaf. This perfume smells like Kaaba, and there is a note which reminds me of a very typical ointment we Bengalis use in our daily household, which is Borolin. And this perfume is very tranquil, meditative, high quality, but at the same time, it projects like crazy. It lasts really, really long. And for like 4 sprays, you are done. This is that potent, but the blend quality is so well that it will not offend anybody or it will not choke anybody. This gives you a very meditative edge. And when you want to smell different, when you want to smell calm, composed, pious, I would say, you can try Muhammad Al Qamar's Gilaf. The only caveat, Muhammad Al Qamar uses WhatsApp, not a website, to sell his perfumes. And for the time being, that is the only source to buy these perfumes. And that's the only caveat, but a really good option. The next one that I would want to wear if in case I'm feeling like wearing something leather based is going to be Ahmed Al Maghrabi's Leather. And I got this from Zed Aroma, a really good perfume, and it's a representation of Tuscan leather, but with some twist from Ahmed Al Maghrabi. Over here, the raspberry note is a bit toned down, and what a perfume, man. If in case you love leather-based fragrances, this is going to be something that you're going to thoroughly enjoy. The projection on this one is monstrous as well. Around 2 hours of decent projection. Overall, 7 to 8 hours of longevity when applied on the clothes. And for 2000 rupees, you might feel that 50 ml for 2000 might be expensive, but the blend quality is awesome and something that you should try if in case you're looking for that leather-based fragrance. And this is the only leather-based fragrance that I would want to keep in this 15 fragrance for life collection. And I think that would be enough. Ahmed Al Maghrabi Leather. The next perfume that I want to talk about is Rehan Crimson. And this is a clone of Creed Centaurus. And previously I used to love the DNA of Mancera's Red Tobacco. So much so that I bought bunch of perfumes in that particular DNA. There was Charuto Mysterious Tobacco, there was of Cinnabon and all those stuff. But then I was introduced to this perfume and I got this from Elix Bloom, and for around 2200 to 2400 rupees, this is, my god, a really good perfume. It has got a mixture of DNA like Glayton, which is a fruity opening, with the undertone of Mancera's Red Tobacco, which is dry tobacco with some tonka and vanilla, and the entire combination is exquisite, at least to me. If in case you don't like tobacco based fragrances, then chances are you will not like this perfume, but if in case you do, this is something that I feel you will thoroughly enjoy. This has got the reminiscence of Red Tobacco, but then it's Red Tobacco plus something else, which is Layton plus Red Tobacco, in my opinion, which is Rehan Crimson. Also, one more thing, this perfume projects like crazy, around 1 to 1.5 hours of very strong projection and around 7 to 8 hours of longevity when applied on the clothes. That makes it a really, really, really good proposition for the winters, and I love the DNA. Now, the next perfume that I want to talk about, I was kind of confused between two perfumes because I thought about, what about a winter wedding setup or a wedding where you need to project like crazy? You want to project like, nuclear projection. I was confused between two. One was After Dark from Menworks and another one was Velvet Sin from Menworks. I mean, there was a very, very, very minute difference in the margin was very, very, very less, but I chose After Dark. If in case you want, I can swap it up with Velvet Sin as well. I'm kind of confused between the two, but Velvet Sin for me seemed a little bit more sweeter, and that is the reason I would go with After Dark over here. This is a clone of Initio's Side Effect, and what a perfume, man. I love the DNA over here. This has got dark tobacco here with some rum, cinnamon, sandalwood at the base. There's Hideon, there is some vanilla, and I just love the DNA. Okay, this is a bit polarizing. Not everybody will like this DNA, but if in case you do, this is the one that you should go for. And that sums up my 15 perfume series, but I have got one more as a bonus, and I'm adding it into the bonus section because I know that this perfume will not be available for long. This is a limited edition, which is Lux Tobacco a perfume that I created, or I helped in the creation along with Rizwan, and this is a fusion basically, and this is that one particular luxurious blend of tobacco that I think can be worn every single occasion apart from a very high heat day or a hot summer day. Apart from that, this perfume can be enjoyed through and through, but it shines during the winter season or during the fall season. And I feel that if in case you love tobacco but you are not really sure as to whether you should go for a tobacco based fragrance or not, then Lux Tobacco is that one particular perfume which can make it or break it for you. And this is that particular DNA which starts with an opening of a fruity pear and then goes into the dry down of vanilla and tobacco along with some sandalwood and some notes of coffee or cacao, and the entire blend is exquisite. I know I use the word exquisite quite a lot, but over here, this is that one particular perfume that I can, vouch for as one of the best tobacco fragrances that I have experienced. Although I created it, so there can be some biases over here. So that sums up my fragrances for life November 2025 edition. Hopefully in the future, if there is some updates in the list, I will make a video and I'll come back again. Up until then, these are the only fragrances that I would have chosen, and share yours. Share your list of 15 fragrances that you would have chosen for life if you never ever had to buy perfumes again. And these are the only 15 perfumes that you would have purchased for life. So I want to see the comment section and see what others are writing. And if in case you want to connect and have queries about these perfumes or any perfume for that matter, use the comment section, or you can connect with me via Instagram, which is Saga Online. I'll see you again. Up until next time, this is Deep signing off.